In pre-industrial times, carbon dioxide made up about 280 parts per million atmospheric molecules. In 2008, it makes up about 385 parts per million, 30% more. So what's the big deal about a few hundred parts per million? Not only is the present atmospheric carbon dioxide concentration higher than it has been for at least 800,000 years, the rate of change is accelerating. Previously, it never exceeded 30 parts per million per 1,000 years, but now carbon dioxide has risen by 30 parts per million in the last 17 years. Worldwide, burning fossil fuels is the major source of CO2, but CO2 can also come from cutting trees, burning forests or grasslands, agriculture, and interestingly, making cement. What do you think? What country or group of countries had the highest total CO2 emissions in 2007? According to data from the Netherlands Environmental Assessment Agency, China passed the U.S. in 2006 and is now the largest emitter of CO2. Notice that the combined emissions of the EU15 group and the large developing countries group are lower than the U.S. emissions. What do you think? What country or group of countries had the highest per capita CO2 emissions in 2007? On a per-person basis, the United States emits more than twice as much as the citizens of the EU15 and about 10 times as much as people in India. But couldn't the warming still be a natural variation? Scientists have looked for alternative explanations based on what caused climate changes in Earth's past. None of them fit the bill. Computer models help cinch the case for a human cause. The solar and volcanic conditions of the last 50 years would likely have produced cooling based on our model's best estimates. Only the addition of extra greenhouse gases and particles to our computer models can reproduce the pattern of warming we've seen over the past century. Carbon dioxide isn't the only greenhouse gas climbing alarmingly fast. Methane is now about 1,780 parts per billion. During the last 650,000 years, it never exceeded 790 parts per billion. And worryingly, methane has begun building up in the atmosphere again after stabilizing between 1999 and 2006. Some evidence points to melting permafrost across the northern hemisphere, where decaying plant material produced methane that was frozen in the tundra for millennia. Nitrous oxide, N2O, is another greenhouse gas produced by both natural and human-related sources. Less of this gas is emitted than CO2, but it is a more powerful heat trapper on a per-molecule basis and has an atmospheric lifetime of 120 years. Some industrial chemicals, such as fluorinated gases, are considered to be high global warming potential gases because of their potency and long atmospheric lifetimes. For example, nitrogen trifluoride, a cleaning agent used in making flat panel TVs, computer monitors, and thin film solar panels, has increased 30-fold since 1978 and is thousands of times more powerful as a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide.